guys, welcome to my kitchen. It's my turn to make lunch for the family today. So I decided to make pumpkin and potato pancakes, some creamed spinach with mushroom, and some grated carrot salad with a balsamic vinegar dressing. Each of these is it's quite simple to make. You should be able to get all the prep and the cooking done in about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. For the pancakes, I've got about 300 grams of red pumpkin here, one large, medium-sized potato, an egg, and medium-sized red onion, and a bit of whole wheat flour. I'm not going to use all of that. I'm just going to see how it thickens up and use it accordingly. Salt and pepper, of course, and a bit of olive oil to fry the pancakes. So the first thing I'm going to do is finely chop the onion. So we'll use that both for the pancake as well as the salad, and might just use a little bit for the spinach as well. There, we've got our onions chopped. I'm going to set that aside. Great. So we can use it anywhere we want later on. Now I'm going to wash and grate pumpkin. So the nice thing about this recipe is that there's really not much cutting to be done besides the onion. So we've got the onion here. There it is in the center. Great. So we've got the onion there, and now the potato and the pumpkin, all we have to do is wash them and grate them. Yeah. Okay. Now my pumpkin and potato are washed. Now I'm going to grate them. What I will first do is I will cut the pumpkin into manageable pieces. I'm going to grate it on the coarse side so that it gives it some body, so it doesn't get too mushy. Of course, you don't want to grate the skin because that just becomes really tough. Okay, now we've got the pumpkin all grated. That's about that much. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grate the potato as well, straight in here. I like to use the skin because there's fiber and nutrition in there that you lose if you peel it. You can of course decide whether you want the skin or not, you can take that off. So once we grate the potato, it's going to start releasing some water. Don't worry about that. We need the water so that it will get a bit thickened with the whole wheat flour. Without that, you won't be able to make a pancake. And the good thing is that you don't need to add any extra flour or any milk because the potato will give you enough. I beg your pardon. You won't need to add any extra water or milk because the potato will give you enough water to thicken the pancake with the flour. So let's grate the potato. now is we will put in the egg, flour, and our about 3/4 of the onion that we cut earlier. And then we mix it all together and we set. Okay, here we go. First the egg. Now if you don't want to use egg, that's alright. I use the egg to bind it together a little better, but the starch from the potato should hold it together even without the egg. So you can do away with the egg if you like, if you're concerned about using egg. Egg. We're going to put in the onions. Okay. Give you some flavor. Oops. Then we're going to use, say, about a tablespoon of the whole wheat flour to start with. And as we mix it in, we will take a call to see if it's getting thick enough. If it's not, then we will add some more. Don't worry if it doesn't look thick enough in the beginning, because like I said, the potatoes are going to release some water, so that will keep happening. So what I would say is that you let this rest for about 20 minutes so that the potatoes release all their water, and then you can actually start making your pancakes. Mix it again together to make sure all the water is incorporated, and then you start making your pancakes. Another reason why the potato is going to release water is because you're going to add salt. So you put in, say, about maybe a teaspoonful of salt. You can always modify that a little later. Maybe you make yourself a small little pancake initially to taste, and if there's not enough salt, you put in some more. So there's the salt, more. And I like to add some black pepper. Now if you don't have pepper mill like this, don't worry about it. You can always just use a mortar and pestle to grind some fresh black pepper balls. So mix. See, you can see at the bottom of the bowl there's some water coming out, some moisture. Already, that's from the potato. So as you keep mixing, it's going to get wetter, and you can add more flour if you like. So the trick is not to have it too wet either, because then the batter might not hold together, but it shouldn't be too dry as well, because then, you know, it just doesn't feel nice when you eat it. Of course, some of this moisture is from the egg, so if you're not using the egg, then you might want to see if you want to add some more water, just in case it's not wet enough. That is something that you will have to see, you'll have to experiment with if you're not adding the egg. That is completely up to you. Unfortunately, I can't show you that in this video because I've already put the egg in. Now you can see it's getting really, really wet. So I'm going to add some more flour in here. Can you see? Yeah, there we go, yes. So I'm going to put another tablespoon of flour and see how it goes. still a little too wet for me. Can you see that? You can see all the liquid. So I'm going to put another tablespoon of flour, and then I'm going to let it rest so that all the moisture comes out and I get a realistic idea of how much more flour I need to put. There's still a lot of moisture in there, but you can see I'm going to let that rest for a while so that all the water comes out, and then I can see how much more flour I need to put. Okay, now time to make our pumpkin potato pancakes. As you can see, it's released a little more water. So while we wait for the pan to get hot, I'm going to add a little more flour in this. About that much, you can see. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to mix that up. And then when the pan is hot, we're going to start making our pancakes. We are going to put in a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Not too much. What we can also do is put in some butter. See here, put in a bit of butter. Now, the butter gives a bit of flavor, but you don't have to use it. What one can also do, and what I like to do, is I like to take a little bowl and whatever excess oil and butter mixture is in the pan, I like to pour it out, because you don't really need this much butter and oil, but you need to add in a little bit every time you make a pancake. So I'm going to pour a bit of that out on the side, and that's about as much as we need. So now we're ready to make our pancake. So here's a bit of our mixture. Still fairly liquid, but that's so that it can spread around nicely. I'm going to take 1 heaped tablespoon and I'm going to put it in the center. And I'm going to pat it out into a rough circle. And of course, it is very rough, this circle. I'm going to let it cook for a while until it's firm enough to turn over. I'm cooking it on low flame, so I don't want the bottom to burn. So after a couple of minutes, this should be firm enough to turn around this way. So now you can try and flip it. If you're confident, you can try and flip it with the pan. Otherwise, you use a spatula and then flip it over. And you cook it on the other side until it's nice and golden brown. So now I'm going to try and flip it with the pan, and let's see how that goes. Not so well, but not bad either. So if you see, it's gotten nice and brown, and hopefully it'll get brown on the other side as well. And then we can just tip it out and serve. And now I'm going to try and flip it again. It worked this time. Great.